Okay, I'm going to get into this right away. This is just a quick review of the Builtright Industries Mollie panel for the Silverado. Our Silverado is just the regular cab, 2014, nothing special about it. This Builtright Mollie panel installation was pretty easy, with the exception of, in my truck, the company that did the bed liner, they sprayed over these plastic plugs that are in the bed of a Silverado, and they made it a little bit more difficult because I had to cut out the bed liner material. It's kind of a bummer. I didn't know that those were in there. They actually sell accessories that snap into those openings, and that's what Builtright uses to mount this. You can kind of see right there. So the Builtright unit is built right and built very well. It is very pricey, I will say that. I've kind of reached out to them and mentioned that it's pricey for, you know, if you're driving a 2014 Silverado, it's not because you want to, it's because it's what you have, and it's just inexpensive. This truck is maybe worth $10,000 at the most. And those panels, just this one panel, retails for about 200 plus. And they sell literally the whole set that goes around the whole bed. I bought this one off eBay, Facebook Marketplace. I saw somebody listed it for this year range, and I was like, wow, you know, and it was a little less than half of what a new one would cost. So I met the person halfway, drove an hour instead of driving 2 hours, and then I got it. I wanted it. As you can see, I've got a Vevor gas can. It's only, I think it's like 2.6 gallons. A lot of people are like, oh, why 2.6 gallons? That's nothing. Our Silverado is the V6. On highway or just driving around the mountains at 55 or less, I get about 22 miles per gallon. So that 2.6 gallons can get me back from most places that I go to. So I just wanted a little extra just in case. And then I have a military shovel, and then I have a Boulder Tools, the tire repair kit up on there. And I plan on getting, the last thing I want to get that I want to mount right here, they have a metal bracket. I've seen it on the company's Facebook page, but they don't make it, I don't believe, but it holds a hitch. So I can vertically mount my hitch on there so I don't leave it on the back. Because right now I leave it on the trailer, and I have 2 trailers, so sometimes I forget it in one trailer. And right now one trailer is in a different state, so I don't want to forget it. But it's a very good product. It's a little, like I said, a little pricey. For other trucks, such as like Tacomas, you can go on Amazon, and there's generic ones made in China, and they're like 50 bucks for a panel, and you can get them all day long for like other truck models. For Silverados, especially the older ones, this is the only thing available. I actually thought about building my own. I came really close to it. I was going to get that plastic lattice used on, it comes in like 4x8 sheets. They actually sell a grid pattern one, and it's thick plastic, and it's like $30 from Home Depot. You can get it in black. It's not the diagonal one. It's actual just, the diagonal one is more common, but it's the regular grid pattern one, and it's thick, heavy plastic, and it's like, I think it was $36 at Home Depot for a 4x8 sheet. So I could have built 2 sides with that. I could have built a pretty good selection of it. And then using those brackets that are made for the Silverado, they fit in those plugs and then they twist and lock. I could have made a mounting system, and pretty simple. And it would have held everything probably about the same. This is thick metal, but it's still pretty flexible. So for what I wanted to do, the lattice probably would have worked too. But since I found this on Marketplace and it was well worth it, that's pretty much it. Like I said, it's a kind of a neat little way to hold things in the area off to the side. That's kind of wasted space most of the times, and it keeps the gas can from moving around. There is one negative. One of the negatives, to me at least, Chevys have a groove molded right where this tank is, and on the other side, where you can take a 2x4 and it drops into place, and you could fit gas cans here. So when I go to town and fill up my 5 or 6 gas cans, it holds them into place. I did get the Harbor Freight bar that extends, but it does press on this when I take the tank out of here, and it kind of presses hard on it, and it may bend that panel over time, but it's one of the negatives. They could have built a little, like, I guess, a cutout so that 2x4 thing would still work. There is a groove in the front of the bed for a 2x4 in the front. You can kind of do the same thing. And I bought a 2x10, I believe, a 2x10, or I'm going to build a divider. I bought some tie hooks that are going to mount to the top of it. That's another project. But all in all, if you're thinking about that for the Silverado, it's literally the only option available for the older Silverados. It's, like I said, it's a buy once, cry once item if you're looking for a way to store some items on the side of your bed. But hopefully this was helpful if you're on the fence about thinking about getting it. But thanks again. Bye.